You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
And welcome to another podcast of the WBT with Michael Lodge. So today's Sunday, and we all know the routine on Sunday. We take our business, throw it to the side. Take our political views, throw them to the side. Anything that's worldly, let's just throw it to the side because right now we're just going to listen to God's Word. It's important that we take these worldly things and not think about them on at least one day, and Sunday is that day. So let's get started. If you want to be a happy person, you need to look at every problem from God's viewpoint. Happy people have a larger perspective. They see the big picture. When you don't see things from God's point of view, you get discouraged, frustrated, and unhappy. No matter what's going on in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, God is working out a plan. Paul knew this. He says in Philippians 1:12, I want you to know, my dear brothers and sisters, that everything that has happened to me here has helped to spread the good news. Ever since Paul became a Christian on the road to Damascus, he had dreamed one great dream. He wanted to preach in Rome, the center of the universe at that time. His dream was to preach the gospel in the most important city of the world. But God had another idea. Instead of sending Paul to Rome to preach crusades, God made him a royal prisoner of Caesar, who was at that time Nero. Nero was about as wicked and as bad as you can get. Now, as a royal prisoner, Paul was chained, to a royal guard 24 hours a day for 2 years. And the guard was changed every 4 hours. Over 2 years in prison, he witnessed to 4,380 guards. So who's the real prisoner here? He made the captive, he had a captive audience. This wasn't Paul's plan, but it was God's all along. There were two results of it that we know of for sure. In Philippians 4, it says that within 2 years, some of Nero's own family had become believers because of Paul's witness in the royal court in Rome. Secondly, it's kind of hard to get a guy like Paul to stop moving. In prison, he was forced to be still, and as a result wrote most of the New Testament. I wonder which had a bigger impact, his preaching in the Colosseum or the books he wrote such as Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, and Colossians. These 7 books have revealed Jesus to millions and millions of people over the years. Paul knew that God had a bigger plan. And he could be happy because he knew what God was doing through his problem. At times you have a problem that's staring you in the face, it's getting you down. You need to do what Paul did. Learn to see it from God's point of view. Ask, what is God doing here? What's the bigger picture? What's the bigger perspective? Then you'll be able to face the problem in faith. Here are 3 questions you need to ask yourself this week. Just think about them. Number 1, think of a problem that has you discouraged? How might your discouragement change if you look at it with God's bigger perspective? Number 2, how have you seen God work in the midst of a difficult situation in your past? Or maybe even in the current part of life you're in. Number 3, why do you think God is allowing you to struggle through a hard time? 3 questions. Think about it. Be strong in your faith in God, because He will provide you with the answer. And He will also provide you with the direction that He wants you to go.
The wind blows, the child wakes, the years go, the heart breaks, the rains come, the castle falls. You lose hope, the soul cries, the fears grow, the time flies, life goes on, but through it all, be strong, don't be afraid, you're not alone in this world. Be strong, take courage and fly, 'cause now's the time to stand, walk in the promised land of life. Be strong. A road ends, a dream dies, you breathe deep and realize to press on, you must believe. The Lord knows the tears dry, you find hope, you live life, you look back and finally see peace. Be strong, don't be afraid, you're not alone in this world. Be strong, take courage and fly, 'cause now's the time to stand, walk in the promised land of life. Feel the wind blow on your face, taste the victory of grace, touch the joy of freedom, knowing you have overcome. Be strong, don't be afraid, you're not alone in this world. Be strong, take courage and fly, 'cause now's the time to stand, walk in the promised land of life. Be strong. Now's the time to stand, walk in the promised land of life. Be strong. Be
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
World of business and taxes.